right, guys. Well, this is me and Ben coming at you, doing a little solo
Yo.
project here. What's going on, Ben?
Things are going good.
Good. So, we just had the idea, since apparently we're the only reanimate people that watch simulcasts, that we would do our own little show, a little simulcast show, just to talk about the actual airing seasons right now. Does that sound like a good plan to you, Ben?
Sounds like a good plan to me. Yeah, it's like everyone, no one of the other people on the podcast are watching enough. So, and we kind of don't want to go through it without spoiling it for everyone. And at the same time, we just want to talk about it because
exactly
we haven't really had a chance to yet, have we? We've talked about a few things briefly, but
yeah, we don't really get to talk about what we're watching because then we're running the chance of spoiling it for everyone else. So, in case you were wondering, everything we're talking about mostly in this episode will be spoilers. So if you don't want to listen about it, don't listen, because that's what we're here for, is to give you the hot takes on what we're watching this season.
And we'll ruin it for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we figured we'd just go through real quick and kind of say, what do you want to do, Ben? Just explain each show, give our hot takes, if it's good, if it's bad, what we're thinking about it one at a time, or run through the whole list and then go back and do them one at a time?
I think we'll go through the whole list, just have like a brief look at what we are watching, and then go back and we'll do some of the more interesting ones.
Just go through the good ones, what people should be watching, and say, probably don't watch this, but we're gonna watch it because we're weebs and we're the good otaku.
Yeah, we're checking everything so you know if it's good or not.
That's right. We're here to help you watch. Don't watch bad things like we do.
No.
All right, so let's start off with this is kind of a good little list of what me and Ben are both currently keeping up with and watching. Is we're both watching Ballroom.
Yeah, welcome to the Ballroom. The key art looked interesting because I like IG. It looks like a lot more of a shaded Haikyuu kind of look. Yeah, it looks great.
If you're into necks, you're into this show.
Oh yeah, these are like giraffe people.
So speaking of giraffe people, the other show we're both watching currently is it's Centaur. What is it? What's the full?
It's called like A Centaur's Life, isn't it?
Centaur's Life, yeah.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Well, the main girl's cute. I'm not really sure about everyone else.
Yeah.
It's all right. Some interesting kind of concept it brings up.
What's next? Gamers. Are we gamers? Ben's a gamer.
I'm a gamer.
I'm a pretend gamer.
I'm a gamer. Gamer.
But both watching.
I quite like it.
Not bad. Some of the episodes
not terrible.
Weak. People did not like the main character, but
I still really don't like the main character.
You don't like the main?
No, at all.
Next, you
missed out Fate.
Oh, did I skip Fate? Oh, Ben is watching Fate.
I'm watching Fate. It's all right. It's not as good
about
as the other Fate stuff, but yeah.
How exactly are you watching Fate? I thought Netflix wasn't going to put that out yet.
I'm watching it out of protest against Netflix.
Oh, yeah, protest.
In fact, yeah, I'm protesting Netflix this season with a few shows. So yes, I am watching Fate Apocrypha.
And let's see what's next in alphabetical order is Hajimiti no Gao. We're both watching that. That's our definitely trash show for that.
Literally, that'll be the trash show. So we'll probably talk about that a bit later because it's always good to talk about trash, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Always good.
It's like, smell this. It smells really bad. Smell it.
Smell it more.
You know you want to smell it.
You know you like it.
Bad. What's this? Isekai Shokudo, also known as Restaurant to Another World. Both watching it?
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's pretty.
Yeah. Sometimes. Some of it's horrible.
Yeah, some is bad.
Some of the in-world stuff is disgusting.
Yeah.
But the actual, when they go into the restaurant, is pretty cute. I like it.
Yeah.
Main girl is very good.
Main girl is good. And then I am watching In My Another World with my smartphone.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
It's not. It's really not, but I'll talk
Yeah.
about it a little bit later just because it's so not. But I can't help but watch it for some reason. What's next? Kakaguru.
That's another one of my protest shows. Kakaguri.
Guri?
Or Compulsive Gambler.
Gururi. I'm trying to do any R's.
Gyaru.
The gambling one.
The gambling one, yeah. It's pretty cool. There's some really weird faces.
Token Rambu, Katsugi. Awesome. Sword Boys, as some people would call it. Sword Boys 2. Unfoldable style.
Beautiful show.
Beautiful show. Definitely.
What to expect from you for table.
Definitely good sword fightings. Stories lost me a little bit, but we'll see where it goes.
It's more like we've got like this historical story in the background. Here is some cute boys doing it.
What's next, Ben? I don't want to dominate, Ben. Do some talking.
A clean boy. We've got Cleanliness Boy Aoyama-kun, which is a soccer, as we've come to discuss. I'm from England, so it's called football here.
Yes.
But it's all right. It's about a guy who likes cleaning who's very good at football. And
but he's so.
I mean, I'm a bit behind on it, so I'm not entirely sure what it's going for. It's kind of a comedy, kind of.
Yeah, I haven't seen the last episode. There's the comedy. There's the serious. It's overcoming. I think a lot of the characters, even the background characters, as you watch it, they're all struggling with something that they must overcome, kind of thing.
I really don't like it when they do kind of like the chibi thing.
Yeah, I don't like.
I'm not into the chibi stuff. Just animate the football, for God's sake. Soccer, sorry.
But he gets good. I mean, some of it when he does, just wait for every episode. Just wait for the last 3 minutes of the match, and then he'll take it seriously and just destroy everybody.
And they actually showed some quite cool football, soccer. Oh my God, this is never going to end. This is some cool soccer knowledge in some of like the terms and things like that, which I haven't really seen very often. Like they mentioned what's called a Rabona, like free kick, which they don't really. I haven't seen that mentioned in anime like ever, so that's cool.
What's next?
And you're watching Knights and Magic, aren't you? I'm planning on watching this, so we won't go into too much detail.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it because Ben hasn't seen it yet. Is he slacking?
I'm slacking. Then we've got one of our big ones, which is Made in Abyss.
Very good.
I'm thoroughly enjoying this show. Looks probably probably the best looking show.
We'll definitely go into
up there. We'll go into a bit more detail on that.
Yeah.
And we're not watching Marvel Future Avengers.
We are not watching that. Sorry,
where a small Japanese boy joins the Avengers. That sounds not very interesting. What's next?
Fastest Finger First, which you are not watching, but
I
am watching. But I'm gonna.
I don't mind spoilers on this one because it looks fun.
It's a good. I like it because it's a good take on sports anime. The show is built like a sports anime, but which I'm sure I might be offending people, but Quiz Bowl is a sport to some people, but that's like calling
esports are a sport too.
Yeah, poker is a sport, but it's just a good. I mean, I like to consider those types of things competitions, not sports. But
yeah.
Anyways, that's not the point. It's set up. It follows a sports anime style, and it's really good, building tension and people getting better and practicing and stuff. So it's doing a good job of that. And then Ben, I've introduced the next one.
Oh,
the next
this
two.
Is like a god tier of the Doga Kobo cute girls show. We've got New Game Season 2. New Game. I just love it.
Love the New Game.
Just these cute girl shows. I just can't get enough of them.
I just need to know where to fill out the job application for Eagle Jump. Although I wouldn't get hired.
We wouldn't get hired.
We would never get hired.
It's just so sad. The next one hasn't even started yet. It actually starts on the day of recording. We're recording on the 11th of August. Tomorrow, the next season of Monogatari starts, but it all airs over one weekend, so excited for that.
Could I, if I watched just Bakemonogatari, which I feel like I watched, but can't remember, could I watch Awari Monogatari afterwards?
You will have no idea whatsoever what's going on.
I'll need to have watched the movies.
You need to watch, you don't need the movie, but you'll need, all 7 of the seasons.
Okay.
Because it'll make absolutely no sense whatsoever to you. In fact, it barely makes a lot of sense to me, but we'll see.
It's like, I've read all the novels and I've watched all the shows, but I'm really not sure what's still going on.
But yeah, that's cool. Looking forward to that. And then we've got another one of our big ones.
Yes. Probably my biggest. I think it's my favorite.
I probably agree there. This is probably my favorite. It's Princess Principal by Studio 3 Hertz, who are absolutely killing it at the moment. They just came off Flip Flappers.
Yes.
And they come with this show, which is amazing, but we'll be talking about that a lot.
Yep. Let's see what's next. Classroom.
Oh, it's Yokuso Jitsuroki Shujo Shugi no Kyotsu Shitsu.
Everybody's favorite show. Yokuso Jitsuroki Shujo Shugi no Kyotsu Shitsu.
Yeah, we're watching that.
We're watching that. Everybody likes that show.
Yeah, it's the best show. Classroom of the Elite is the English name. I'm enjoying it. There's been ups and downs. There's been some very strange parts, like the weird casino scene in the last episode. That was very odd.
Not
the last one, but the one before.
The one before that, like where she flips out, like she's supposed to be the sweet girl, but then.
Oh no, the one where
you see the real side.
And this big dude's like, bad boy.
Oh, where they're like, he like smashes that dude's face.
Yeah,
like, got to make it look like you got beat up.
Bad boy, for some reason.
We skipped over Elegant Yokai Apartment. I am watching that.
Oh yeah, I
am watching that. It's okay. I screenshotted this and Twitter posted it. I won't go into too much detail on the show. It's not that great. Young guy moves into a weird apartment. It's haunted. Yada yada. But the one thing that makes me want to keep watching shows, because whoever the writer is for it, there was a one-liner in it where one of the girls in his high school was talking about she does her English, English class or her English group or whatever the hell it's called, after school group. But she's talking about it and she's like, yeah, I'm just going to stick with it because wouldn't it be great to be able to watch your English movies and not have to read subtitles? And I was like, oh shit, that's such a poke at like Americans that watch anime.
Yeah.
It cracked me up. But anyways, and then some of the leftovers we're both watching, Ben. What do we got? We got Boku no Hero. I think we could talk about it a little bit, but I mean, basically by now, it's like if you're not watching it, you should be. If you're gonna watch it, you would have been watching it by now.
If you like anime, you will like this show.
Yeah, there you go. Good answer.
There you go.
When we got Recreators, which I'm not sure. Is it big in like Western? Are Westerners Western?
Well, no. I think that unlikely that's the problem of because it's on Anime Strike, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's really not getting the
attention
what it deserves.
Although
I think everyone will be really annoyed that it's been like they've had like 2 week breaks.
Yeah, well, there's been 2. Yeah. Isn't it 3? Hasn't there been 3 of them, or it's just been 2?
No, there was 2. So there was 1 break, and then there's an episode, and then another break.
Well, basically 3 breaks though, because they had the
the mid-season as well.
They had the mid-season recourse, but
that
was
recap episode was probably like the best
yeah.
recap episode I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a brilliant recap episode. And then we've got Sakura Quest. Keeping up with it. It's still good. Started off strong. I feel like it's slowed
going
a
up
bit.
and down.
Yeah, it's kind of it's got peaks and valleys in it. It gets
when people were saying it was as good as Shirobako, I think they don't know what's going on because it's not as good, but it's still a good time. I really, really still like all the character designs in this show.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially the main 5. Oh, great.
The last episode was kind of depressing.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
And then Ben, you're not watching this one, but I am watching
Nope.
no Shikiki no Bahamut, Virgin Souls, which is good. It's a good show, decent storyline, fun to follow, good action, but man, it's pretty. It's just like it's animated and drawn, and the character designs, everything is just god tier, top of the line.
I really need to get around to watching
good. So good.
The first bit. It's weird because it's based on a card game as well, or a mobile game, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably. I've never looked into the backstory of it.
Yeah.
And then,
which is cool because people really like this show.
Yeah. There's a lot of shorts out there, but the only one I think we're both watching and keeping up with is
Cooking Show.
You Cook, I Cook, Everybody Cook. Let's All Go Cook. Also known as Netsuo Trap, NTR. It's another good trash show.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all we're watching.
So, let's pick out the top. Let's just start off. Okay, let's just start off with Princess Principal, because we both know that's Princess Principal and Maiden Abyss are our best two, I think, this season.
They're our best girls of the season.
Yes. It is a show. Basically, what era would you... I mean, it's kind of steampunkish.
It's kind of steampunky, like early...
Like 1940s,
like
I would say. 30s, 40s. It's like maybe World War One.
Yeah, it's kind of got like a kind of like Victorian kind of aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
But like Victorian steampunky style.
It's very European.
It's meant to be England. You know it's England, but they just call it Albion.
Yeah, by far. But one thing that I do really like about it is definitely this, the last episode where it did have Japanese characters in it.
Yeah.
How it was kind of funny that they kind of poked fun at their own culture in it, which I thought was kind of cracked me up. Just how it was cool. How the Europeans thought like all the bowing and everything they did was just very strange. It was pretty funny how they did a little poking fun at that.
Yeah.
That being said, the animation, if you've seen Flip Flappers or what was the other one, Ben?
Oh, they did Dimension W?
Dimension W. You know the animation in these shows is just off the charts. So good.
You've got brief stages of like quite subtle stuff, and then you've got all off-the-wall action stuff, which both of those shows really had.
So basically, the point of the story, the principle of this Princess Principal, because I was going to say that. I couldn't stop. I was like, I can't say that. That's too obvious, too on the nose. But anyways, they, what is it? We've got the main, I don't know, she's the main girl. Main girl.
Oh, grey-haired girl.
Yeah, grey-haired girl.
Yeah.
Lizard Planet girl.
She's from Lizard Planet.
She's from the Black Lizard Planet, right?
Black Lizard Planet.
Yes.
I think I'd like to be from the Black Lizard Planet, to be honest.
Yes, so much. But
she's like the most competent of them all. She's like the best spy.
Yes. She's
got the cool
like
gadget.
The all-arounder. She's the all-arounder.
She's got the OP weapon.
Yes.
She can kind of like defy gravity.
Which is basically what all the world building of this whole show is based around, is the European country it's kind of like World War One-ish, but like the European country has discovered this material that makes things fly. Like where everything else in the world is still based around like, basic engine and basic steam-powered looking mechanics of things, and there's still a lot of older technology. But then they discovered this thing that can make things fly, and they have flying ships and overpowered weapons, I'm sure. And they dominated everything. But then it's kind of like a mystery to me that so I haven't picked up on it yet. So is it the main country that has this power split, or is that
so you've got where they're meant to be living, which is kind of like meant to be London, but it's all sealed off by a wall. So they've got a kind of like smaller state inside the bigger state, and so one of them has the technology and the others are trying to steal it off them.
So that's what I'm confused is like they
Yeah.
used to be one country, and then once
Yeah.
they gained all this power, the country inside the country sealed off the power, and they're trying to control it.
Yeah.
And that's basically the spies are trying to break in and steal the technology.
No, they're doing the opposite. They're trying to prevent it being stolen.
They're trying to prevent it from being stolen.
Yeah.
Okay.
By being cool spies.
But then there's all this, which is cool. You get all this action. You get all this cool espionage. It's kind of what you want a Joker game to be, but with cute girls doing it.
Yeah, cute girls doing cool spy shit.
But then on top of that, you've got this, which appears to be, I want to say it's a Yuri thing, where you have...
It's got very, very Yuri vibes, and I have seen some things on Twitter where they've, I think they've done a mobile game for this.
Uh-huh.
And from some of the character descriptions, it sounds like it's very Yuri. So, like, the Beatrice character is actually in love with the princess.
Okay,
like,
because I
canonically.
couldn't tell because it hasn't gone into a depth, but they obviously knew each other before the wall. The wall went up somehow and split
the
them.
main two do, don't they? So you've got blonde girl and grey-haired girl. I need to remember their names. I only remember the name of the cute lolly girl. That's
Beatrice.
Beatrice.
Is Beatrice the voice?
Beetle, yeah.
Beetle.
Beetle.
Which that's such a cool little gadget to be able to adjust your voice. But then the episode where she gets annoyed with her and just turns her off is also brilliant.
That's really funny, yeah. I love cool little touches like that. That's great.
Yeah. But when the episode where it kind of dropped that vibe between the two main characters, I was like, are they Yuri? Are they sisters, cousins? I can't tell if their family hasn't fully dropped it yet, but we'll see. We'll see. It'll play out, I'm sure.
But like the way they've introduced the characters is really interesting because they've kind of like the first episode was a bit late, meant to be a bit later on, and kind of introduces you to it, which was cool.
It kind of that threw me off a little bit because the last episode was based around the first time they met the little samurai girl, which she is fucking lit. She's
cool.
So good, awesome. But because she was in the first episode with him,
she was
breaking into this thing or doing something. It's not coming.
I think the only thing she was in was they kind of went into the school. And she was just sat with the older girl.
She was just there.
Yeah, she was just there. So we didn't get to see a lot of what she could do. But, dude, she's so cool.
She's awesome.
In fact, all the main cast are awesome.
But it was confusing to me because, like, the last couple episodes before this most recent episode was they were doing stuff together. She was in there when they're trying to name the group, what they're going to be called. Like, she's been in the episodes, and then it goes to this episode where it's like she's a new character.
Yeah, so I think they kind of brought it up to a point and then gone, oh yeah, she's here, better explain how this works, so we'll do like a quick episode, which ended up being like the best episode of the series so far, to introduce her, and then we've got everyone now.
Did it not confuse you how they were like a security squad for the principal girl, but they've already been the Japanese girl was with them already before the principal girl? I don't know. It was the timeline threw me off a little bit there.
So the timeline would probably go episode 2 would be the start, episode 3, and then kind of we'd have this episode, go back one, and then the other bits later on, I would imagine.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got to kind of be quite savvy with how to keep up with this show because it's going all over the place.
Like I'm obviously I'm following the main point of the story, which I feel like it's all espionage. I feel like the main girl, I think the main girl's playing, I don't know who she's playing. She's playing everybody, but she's trying to do something to where she can be with the princess. Yeah. But I'm not sure I'm not sure whose side she's on still. I really don't.
Which is really good because that's what I like about spy stuff.
Yeah.
And then you've kind of got like a clear antagonist in her uncle.
Yeah.
Who's like the Secretary of Defense or whatever he's called. Who's a really shifty looking dude.
Yeah, he's just after everybody. And then they've got their little group that gives them their orders.
Yeah.
In the background of everything. Kind of running the show
boss
in the back.
Spies. But all these characters are really interesting.
And then you've just got I like the 20-year-old, like the 22-year-old.
She's amazing. She's just like,
who's just drinking.
I'm just going to use my boobs.
Yeah, just going to use my sex appeal to do whatever I want.
Which works, and it's brilliant.
Yeah,
she's really good. And I really like that bit in the OP where they kind of drive the car off. And then the look on her face is so cool.
But see, that's what confuses me, which makes me think she's playing everybody, because if you watch that part at the very end of the OP, she's saving the princess out of the falling car, but she's turning around to shoot at the own people in her team in the OP. So, like, what's going to happen? Is she going to double-cross everybody? I don't know. And why is she a frog? I don't know. Maybe we'll figure that. It's something to do with the Black Lizard Planet, I guess. Why she's a frog that turns into her. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so you feel like we've talked. I feel like that's enough about that show. That was a good one. Both enjoying it, both top of our lists. Along with the next one, I would say is up in the top of our list is Made in Abyss, which is basically following. So you've got this island that I guess apparently an abyss appeared in the middle of this island.
There's just a big hole.
Big hole.
Big hole.
Big hole in the world. And there's a frog in the log at the bottom of the sea. But they basically, it's got all this crazy technology in it. I'm not sure. I'm sure
it's another kind of steampunky kind of thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah, because there's a lot of mystery to it. You don't know exactly what's going on, exactly what the abyss is.
This is like where Princess Principal was kind of like Victorian-y steampunk. This is like adventuring. Fun steampunk looking stuff,
which I feel like. So basically, the premise of the show: the giant hole in the world. There's in the middle of this island, out in the middle of the ocean. It almost seems like thousands of years ago, people started coming there. Maybe just hundreds. And basically, all these adventurers that want to travel down there, find stuff in it, send it back up, make money for it, just kept coming, and built this whole entire city around the hole. We don't know how the hole got there. We don't know if it was a man-made hole, because maybe all this stuff they're finding is from man in the past, or people that have gone down there, or something like that. We're not sure where all the technology comes from. There's all these crazy monsters in it. But it's just
the story kind of focuses on this girl who lives in an orphanage. And now there's a lot of kids that live in this orphanage because their parents are just adventurers that go down the hole. And instead of kind of going like, oh yeah, we're back in the afternoon, they're kind of like, well, I don't know if I'm coming back or not. So
and they're dead.
We'll leave our kids here. So not really the best kind of parenting in this show, but they're very like dedicated to the craft of going down these holes. And then the kids who work at the orphanage are like, yeah, we want to do it too.
Yeah, it's just built into. It's just part of the culture. It's like if you live there, if you're born there, that's what you do. That's how all the money is made in the area. Is everybody raids and finds stuff and sells stuff. And so basically, what you get is the main girl. First episode finds Robot Boy.
Oh, we know the names of these people in this show though. We got Rico and we got Reg. Oh, Regu.
Yeah. Regu. Very good pasta sauce. But so long story short, it's really good. So her mom, which is like the greatest raider apparently of all time, Liza the Annihilator, yeah. And which you have these different levels of raiders that I guess they use these whistles. You have white whistles, moon whistles, or white whistle, black. You got white whistles, top tier.
No, white whistles are like the best.
Yeah, they're top tier. And then
you got your black whistle.
You got moon whistle.
Moon whistle just applies to the teachers.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like the next level was a moon.
No, I think there's. I'm not sure if there's one in between. But then it goes to blue.
Blue, and then red.
And then red, yeah.
Okay. I thought the moon whistle was in between black and blue.
I'm not sure, but I think they did imply that it was for the teaching kind of person.
Okay.
But anyway, Rico, the main girl, finds this... He's a little robot boy, isn't he?
Yes.
Called Reg. And he kind of Does he save her in the first episode?
Yeah, he saves her
There's
because
a big,
she saves.
she gets attacked by something, like a
this,
big, weird, creepy creature thing.
Mouth dragon thing.
Mouth dragon creature thing, and then he kind of blasts the thing with something and saves her.
He's got the incinerator. They named it 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh well, I'll take him home then."
Obviously, I mean that's what you would do with something that can just blast holes through mountains.
And he's got extendable hands, which are really cool.
Yes.
But anyway, she takes him back along to their to the orphanage and like pretends that he's just a random orphan boy. And like everyone seems to go along with it for some reason.
But then they have to disguise him as somehow, I'm not really sure how they got away with that, as a real boy. Although we do find out, although they do go back and forth many times to make jokes that he's a robot, but he has a penis. So, is he a robot? Is he a boy?
No, he's a robot. He's got a penis, though.
But he's just a robot with a penis.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying that, but Reg's always telling her that. He's like, I don't feel like a robot.
Well, it's like when, in the last episode, it was really windy, and he was like, well, I feel the wind, but I don't feel cold.
Yeah.
So, cool little robot.
Or a boy. Who knows?
I think he's a robot.
I'm going with android. I'm going to say android. Android? Is that the right? Cyborg.
I don't know.
That's what I'm going with.
It seems a bit like Two in the Past to call him cyborg.
I think it's brother. You know.
I don't know, actually.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
I don't know.
Mr. Manga Man.
We're saying this because I heard that it gets dark, so I was like, I'm going to read ahead and just see how far it takes. It can't be that far ahead. Got to where it got dark, and then went, and then read the whole thing. But it hasn't finished yet, so I don't know like the full ending.
The background art, top tier.
Beautiful.
Probably the best backgrounds of the season, I would say. So good. I was a little concerned the creature animation because there's some I can't remember who.
I'm really into it.
Well, like some of them, like the spider and the flying, like the dragon thing.
Yeah,
awesome. But then you saw this little like these birds and these spiders that were just like blurry looking creatures. Like they were really badly animated.
I like the monkey.
But the echo
ones.
thing. The monkeys were good.
No,
the echo thing. The last couple. The echo thing was really good.
Yeah. Like
it sat there and it mimicked a dead person's cries, and that's when I was like, "Oh, this show is dark," because they're literally. It's sitting there eating somebody and crying out. If you
thought that it's looking dark now, just you wait. Just you wait.
But that's the whole thing is the Abyss, each level puts more stress on them, and supposedly they've been telling a story that it turns them into, turns people into something else, I guess. The deeper down they go, it messes with you more. And that's why she wears crystal lenses, is because she was born in the Abyss, and it messed up her eyes. She's all right, but it does really affect her. So normal people, if they went down, they'd just be like, bleh. Yeah. Within quite a short amount of time. But she can tolerate it a little bit more, but it's still kind of isn't great. And Reg's fine. Yeah, Reg's fine. But I think it's because, she gestated in the Abyss in her mommy's belly. But, oh, damn it, I just had something to say. No, the whole thing was like episode 4, I think, where it was talking about them eating. Because Reg was freaked out about eating the bird that he had just killed because that bird had ate people. And so, therefore, he was eating the people. And then she just like... He's very logical of him. So he's like, yeah, so that thing ate that. So that's not very good. But then she likes to... It's such a dark... Yeah, she's like, it's so dark the way that she explains it as like, I'm assuming, I can't remember, they're like 8, 10 years old? Yeah. Somewhere in that range they're supposed to be. And like just to think of somebody at that age saying, well, we eat, it's okay to eat the people that were eaten because we're just taking their strength from the thing. It's just the life cycle of us, pulling strength from people that have died down here to become stronger to carry on. And I was like, what? It was kind of like Star Wars, isn't it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was a bit of a trip. I was like, okay. All right, so this is the ride we're going on. All right, let's buckle up. It's gonna get creepier. Yep, it really is. The only reason I'm watching the show is for Bunny Girl. I need to see Bunny Girl.
Bunny Girl's really good.
All right.
When we get to Bunny Girl, yeah, we'll really like Bunny Girl.
Which I'm thinking we're just a couple episodes away from Bunny Girl. And if you watch the show, you'd see the ending. You know what I was talking about. There's a Bunny Girl in the ending, and we just need to see her. I need to see Bunny Girl.
Yes. And then we've just literally, before we came on the podcast, watched the latest episode.
Yes.
Where they kind of get, it's kind of like a halfway point. They get to like the last kind of point of civilization as such. Yeah. So they've got like a little, it's what's called the Seeker Base. Is it? Seeker Base? Something like that.
Yeah, I think it's Seeker Base, yeah.
Yeah, which is home to one of the first of the White Whistles that you meet, who's called Ozan the Unmovable, who is huge.
2 meters plus, 2 meters plus.
She is towering over the top of these tiny little children and looks absolutely terrifying. And she's creepy.
Yes, very.
And she's kind of like, "Oh, I saved you when you were young. I carried you up, but I wish I didn't."
She's like, "I had to drop the bell," which there's got to be something going on with this bell because they keep talking about it.
Yeah.
But she made little remarks that if she hadn't saved her, then the boy would have come with her. So I'm thinking when she mentioned that, she's talking about Reg somehow, maybe. And she was like, it's like I could have kept the bell. So she knows something's going on, but she's not telling them.
And the end of the episode it had the night before where Rico was kind of walking through the thing because he needed to pee or something. And this weird, like, I don't know how to describe it. It looked like a spinal cord.
It's a spinal cord with ribs, with meat on the ribs, and no head and arms.
Kind of like
but they're like rhinoceros legs instead of arms.
Yeah,
coming off of it. Very strange creature.
Now I know what that is, but we'll save that for the next thing because she kind of runs away and then runs into the bedroom, then pees on Reg's bed.
Yeah, pees on Reg's bed.
And Reg's like, "Oh, for God's sake, why'd you do that? Why did it have to be on my bed? Why can't you pee on your own bed?" Which is, I think it was brilliant because in anime they kind of go, "Oh yeah, that happened. Oh dear." And it's like, "Oh well, why didn't you just use your own bed? You just ask him what we'd all be asking." So yeah, but then Ozan comes over the next day and she's like, "Oh, so you saw that thing? Well, if you want to know a bit more about it, follow me." And so she walks up the stairs and she kind of turned around and Rico's like, "Oh, well, I'm going down to the bottom of the cave to see my mum because she's..."
Oh, she tells her she's dead. Yeah, yeah.
Turns around, she's
like,
like,
"Your mom's dead.
Yeah, your mum's dead. Ha ha ha. Your mum's dead. Deal with it." With this like horrible, like creepiest grin you've ever seen. Yeah. Like this kind of crooked, like scary, huge woman, just like
almost like jack-o'-lantern type face look to her, like big, like Cheshire cat smile is like what comes to mind when I think of that smile. And then she gets just like the solid black eyes where she just looks like shadows for eyes when she does it. So, and then we get to see a white block, but we'll see what's in the white block, I guess, in the next episode.
I'm really liking the show. It's interesting. It's not generic at all. It's doing things that I'm not expecting.
Yes.
Before I read the manga, so now I know exactly what happens. But it's very, very faithful to the manga, which is good. And it's kind of putting its own little spin on a few things as well, which is cool.
So, next on our list of probably those are our 2 of the top 3 new this season, with the next one being a new game. Not an old one, but a new one. Eagle Jump for Life. So,
I actually want to play the game this season.
Yeah.
Last season I was kind of like, Fairy Story 3, don't like that. But this one looks cool.
Killing plushies and then wearing plushie bought furs inside of them to use their powers. There's a big market for furry people that would buy this. You know that all the furries would be buying this game.
This show, it's just as good as the first season. I could just watch this for hundreds of seasons.
So it's just, I mean, it's god tier, cute girl, moe as hell,
Yeah.
greatness. But on top of that, what the show I think does brilliantly is just shows like office like companionship and
Yep.
annoyingness and the different characters that you would deal with in everyday life, and they,
just like normal working people problems that you'd get,
Yeah.
especially more in a more creative job, which I mean I haven't experienced yet, but it seems genuine.
You know what it makes me think of is just it makes me feel like almost like it's The Office. It's almost
Yes.
like watching a
Yes.
moe version of The Office. The relationships between everybody. Just it's good. It's good stuff. And
they're all cute girls.
Extremely. They're all best girls. All of them.
There isn't
their
one I
own
don't
way.
like. Even Nenachi.
And that's why I say I relate to the boss, because that's all I would hire too. If I was a boss, I would just hire cute moe girls all the time.
Yeah, and I just want to be a cute moe girl. I think that's like the ultimate dream. I just want to be Hifumi, please.
Yes, Hifumi for life. Hifumi is the best girl of all best girls in the show.
Yeah, she's amazing.
But I mean, how do we tell people to watch this show? I mean, if you like moe, watch this show. There you go. I don't know how else to say it. It's the best of the best.
It's just like my comfort food.
Exactly. Yeah, it's good. It's just like feel good. It's Dragon. I mean, we're in season 2 here.
Yeah.
But if you like Dragon Maid, it's just that show you go to. Like that's what Dragon Maid was for me last season, 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Or it's just
It was
that
last
show.
season, wasn't it?
Was it just?
Was
I
it?
think it was just last season. Yeah, it was last season. It's just that show you go to just because it makes you happy. It makes you feel good. There's nothing overly depressing about it. They get into hard situations sometimes, but then they always overcome it with their cuteness.
Because it wouldn't be a cute girls show if bad things happen.
Exactly.
Because they've always got to overcome it. It's always got to be a happy ending. But they do it in an inventive way.
Yes, very much so.
And every single girl's great. Alba's great.
I like Aoba's friend. What's her name? That's trying to create her own game this season.
Oh,
which is
Nenechi.
good. Nenechi is so good this season because she's so legit serious, like just constantly reading her C++.
In the first season, I was like, oh, she's so annoying.
Yeah.
But then, at the first time we saw her in this season where she spoke with the other woman in the office.
Yeah, the other programmer.
Yeah. She's so determined for someone who... I mean, she's just starting out at learning these things, but she's really, really determined. Even though it keeps breaking all the time, she is determined to make something good that she can show to Alba and just be like, "Look at me! I want to do something that involves you as well."
So I'm looking forward to that. I didn't understand the whole. I'm wondering though. I'm just talking in circles there. They introduced another friend in the last episode, right?
Oh yeah, Alba and Nenechi's other like childhood friend who's like
she went to France or whatever to learn to be a better artist. And
how
she's
to draw good.
Yeah, but she was already the better artist that's taught Aoba how to draw. So is she going to step in and like make belittle Aoba like in the office or something? Is she going to get hired there? Or is she just going to be like a 1 or 2 episode in and out kind of person?
There's meant to be 2 other new characters, which I've seen in the OP. There's one girl with kind of like red hair, kind of reddy pinky hair, which I'm assuming she's going to end up joining the character design team. Mm-hmm. And then there's another black-haired girl who looks like a bit more of a programmer. So I think hopefully it'll be next episode, to be honest. But
yeah, get some new characters in there.
Yeah, good season 2.
And
why
then,
not?
And then I mean, it's just so enjoyable to watch Hifumi be in charge because it's so hard for her, and she's trying so hard.
She's trying so hard, and
she's trying so hard,
and
it just hurts your heart.
It just hurts me. I just want to just...
But then it makes you happy when she steps up and she like makes it happen.
Yeah,
she's
like
it's okay.
It's okay, but we still have to do it. So she kind of goes, well, I do these things that make things a little bit easier for me. Why not try them out?
Yeah. She's a good boss. She's like that boss that like not an asshole to you, but because she's not, you feel like you got to work harder to make her happy and not make her feel bad.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that might become something of a problem later on in the series. I think that could be like an episode or two where she's perhaps like been a bit too lax with them. So from like season 1, I know it's like it's anime and everything, but seeing a girl who's that socially anxious get to the point where she's the boss of the girl she was anxious about hanging out with, it's so cute and good.
All right, so I think that
before I just go on about Hifumi for the rest of the podcast,
we gotta keep this moving. So those, I would say, what would you agree that those are our 3?
Those are the top 3.
I think those are the top 3 best shows of the season so far, in our opinion. So I think we should just
and Ballroom, but
Ballroom's good. Yeah, Ballroom's good. Let's talk about that a little bit. So Ballroom basically is Haikyuu, the dance show.
Yeah,
but having said that, it's different.
I think it's riding off that Yuri on Ice wave of shows that aren't necessarily massive sports, but make a really good anime show.
Which it's just, another sport that's which is not, it's not easy to make a sports show out of something that doesn't have a clear cut, I scored this many points, so I win. It's judged. That's what I'm trying to say. It's something that's judged, which is, you have to try which Yuri on Ice did a good job of this, I think. Yeah. Even though like that's something to me that I don't really like. That's why I don't like watching some fighting stuff. I don't like the judging in fights. I don't like things being judged. I like there to be a clear cut winner and loser score in a sport.
Yeah.
And when it's something like that, ballroom dancing, figure skating,
it's very subjective.
Yes, and it has to do, which I think Yuri on Ice has done a better job. Of course, we're only 4 season episodes in.
Yeah,
right now
5.
They haven't really explained any of the scoring elements and how you do better, but it hasn't really.
They've shown a few of the moves, but
they have that
not like to a technical degree.
Yeah, they haven't really explained the technicality of it. Why the main girl dancer and her partner, that why they're so good. But what it does is it points out the fact that he's the best. So let's get into this. So basically you have your main character, which is just this kid that he's a slacker. He doesn't have any plan in life. And somehow stumbles. I know he gets picked up. He's getting picked on by some guys.
Oh yeah, some guys are like beating him up. Hey.
And then, cool guy, leather jacket, cool guy with a helmet on shows up, scares them off, and he's like, "You want to be a dancer, don't you?" And he's like, "Huh?" It's like, "Come here." Come on. And so he, hooks him in. He starts trying to dance, and then he realizes that the girl that's like the overachiever and like she is, freaked me out though when he like ripped her dress off in that one episode.
Oh yeah, it was a bit creepy. I was like, why are you doing that?
A little over the top there, buddy. But we got our main character. He gets hooked into dancing. But
the girl he wants to dance with already has a partner.
She already has a partner, and come to find out,
very good.
He's the best of the best.
Hyodo, the man.
Yeah, in his age group, or amateur dancing, I guess, in general.
He never loses.
Never loses. He's the best. But he's doesn't enjoy it. It seems like he's like that character. It kind of, I don't know, it's weird because he works really hard. It shows how hard he works.
And he's really good.
He's really good. But then he has this like, it's almost like he's so good he doesn't care. He has no passion.
And he stops dancing and he's just like this slob. He's kind of like yawns all the time.
Yeah. And so basically there's, it's them two kind of butting heads a little bit underneath the table. They don't lay it out there.
Yeah, it's not like I am your clear-cut rival. It's like
he doesn't stand the main character.
I want to dance with your partner. It's just basically.
Yeah, but we all know that, the main character, like, he doesn't have a chance right now, but he's apparently, he's dumb, but he can mimic anything. He can't be taught it, but he mimics, he sees it and he can do it.
So he kind of goes along to see Hyodo, the really good dude, practicing by himself, who kind of like does all his practices like without the main girl at his own like studio, and like he sees him.
He's returning his pants.
He's returning his pants because they're too big for him. But then he sees this dude dancing, and he's like, "Oh my god, he's amazing."
Yeah, and it's basically because it does this thing where he shadows, where people try to make it out like he doesn't care for his partner, but he does care because he can see the shadow of the girl as he's dancing by himself. He's so good. He gets hurt in the dance competition.
Falls down the stairs.
Yeah, crazy dance instructor guy says, "Oh, well, your turn's up. You're going to get to dance with her." And he goes in, does his little dance, freaks out the whole time, but pulls it off to some extent to get to
he does
the
some
dance.
cool things. He doesn't win or anything. He's just he does some impressive stuff for a beginner.
Which is like one thing about the show is it's got the good sports and it's got the haiku, animation to it where they're dancing and it's like the blur,
the hype.
It's just like
the hype shots,
and then the sweat's flying everywhere, and like it's very good, very good. The animation they're using for the dancing is really, really good.
Yeah.
But then he gets done. Hyodo goes back in for the third dance. He's injured. Come to find out.
But then he goes like insane.
Yeah, he does like the best dance ever, and then afterwards just like collapses.
And then gets disqualified.
Yeah, for using a sub.
And he's suspended for like how many months? Like
6
6
months.
months.
I think it's 6 months. Yeah, no competition for 6 months.
Mm.
And it was kind of weird. I didn't understand the whole point of making that one guy seem like the bad guy, pushed him down the stairs, but then he really wasn't.
Yeah, later on, he found out it was like, he didn't actually do anything. He was just like, oh shit, sorry.
And then he was like so freaked out about it, he didn't even dance good.
So he's a nice guy. He was a nice guy. I was like,
but I did like, and now, now we've got, we've got the total dickhead, pompous asshole sweeps in, and oh no, she's my partner now. I'm taking her away from everybody, and then
and she's like, oh okay then,
and then just throws his sister away,
who is so cute.
Yeah, she's like little cute girl, and then so. What's the main character? Help me out. I'm bad with
Fujita.
It's like, we're gonna,
revenge
dance, which is like, should be good. Hopefully in the next episode or two, we're gonna get that revenge dance off. Because it was like, I guess that's what it explained in that episode, how good he is at just reading. Like, he's like the perfect partner for his partner because he can read what they're thinking, I guess. Yeah. And it's funny. What does he spell? Because they make. He makes him dance. She leads him by just thinking,
and she was trying to spell out like, "Oh, my brother's an idiot" or something.
Yeah, my brother's an asshole or something. Yeah. There's a jerk or something like that.
Yeah.
And they spell it out in the dirt.
Which is cool. I like that.
That was so good. So it's setting it up to be some good stuff coming up soon. So gonna have to keep watching.
I think there's going to be a bit of like some friction between the girls at some point. Because I think younger sister girl is going to end up really liking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then
I think that's going to cause.
No, I love Amelia.
Or maybe he starts to like her, and then Amelia gets this jealousy thing going. Maybe, I don't know.
We haven't talked about the big trash show of the season.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about our gal.
The gals.
Our gal. Who's your favorite gal? What kind of gal do you like?
They're all horrible, but. I like.
Well, is the main gal actually a gal? That's the question.
Yeah, she's like a base level gal.
She's just base gal.
Yeah, and then she's got like angry gal. Well, they're all kind of angry.
Well, she's like super, like she's Kinshiro gal.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like I can jump off a 3-story building and I'm fine and kick everybody's ass. It's okay, but I'm gonna tie my shirt together and have my tits out 24/7.
Yep.
And try to rape people. It's like
that was cool. That was absolutely terrifying. I think that's probably the scariest moment this season. And then we've watched Made in Abyss, which is actually meant to be quite kind of creepy. But yeah, terrifying.
Yeah. She was going to rape that kid.
I really, really like the
I like the YouTube girl.
Class president, yeah.
Yeah.
Class president YouTube girl. She's interesting.
Because
she's very like boys are my slaves.
But it's fun. I mean,
like
her public profile, appearance is just classroom president, super nice person, everybody likes. But then she goes on YouTube and wears a wig and
does her makeup,
does her makeup different, and then she's like, they're all dogs.
I am
and
OG gal, bow to me.
Like everybody should be, and she's getting mad because the main character is talking to this other gal, and she's like, he's my dog. You don't talk to other people. And it's just like, what?
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
And then you've got Lolly, a moto girl.
Oh, that's what it's like Lolly, but then she's got the biggest boobs in the show. Like, what is that? That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. And then they've got the straight out character that's just like a child rapist, which is like
that really makes me uncomfortable every single episode.
Yeah,
like,
whenever they bring him
seriously, drop that guy because it's actually genuinely creepy.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I love lollies. It's like, is there do they have an elementary school teacher? Or elementary school kids?
He's got like he comes out with that map and he's like, oh, here's where all the little kids live in the area, and I was just like, seriously, and you're putting this on television? It's
a little over the top with that character. It's pretty bad.
And you've got the censorship as well.
Well,
or if you're watching the uncensored version.
Yes. Which it's like I don't understand that in some shows. It's like it doesn't go with the classic censorship of like Steam or Leaves or something. It's like oh, I'm gonna like put a spinny heart on there.
I read up on it a little, just out of like how censorship works.
Yeah,
and it's because the original airing of the show is on like a paid network in Japan.
Okay.
So you pay it and it kind of like removes the censorship.
Oh.
That's where they rip all the uncensored version on like pirate sites and stuff.
Okay.
But like the Crunchyroll version for things in the West and for normal TV isn't at that premium. Yeah. So you don't get all the nipples and stuff.
Yeah. The nipples and stuff.
Yeah.
The crotch shots are not there.
And you're really not missing much. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What else?
But yeah, don't watch that show. It's awful.
Yeah, it's bad. It's trash. But it's that trash that you gotta
But we're watching it so you don't have to.
Exactly. Which is a lot of these shows.
Yeah.
So go back like to what do any other group ones. We can kind of just rapid fire. Centaur,
cute,
girl,
weird
cute
jokes,
girls,
not very great,
not that funny. Moe girls with monster bodies.
They're not cute enough to be Moe.
You wouldn't consider them Moe?
Oh, it is Moe, but I'm like, really?
not
like, very low
level.
tier. Yeah.
Yeah. So then you've got gamers, which is basically a bunch of kids that are in a gaming club after school. But then the one kid you think you'd want to be in, he's like, nah, I don't want to be in. Yeah, I just want to play games for fun. But then now he doesn't want to play games for fun. So that last episode was a little confusing. But I haven't seen the most recent episode.
Blonde head class president who is in love with him for some reason unknown.
For some reason. But he should be all about that. But he's like, meh, not so much.
No, I'm really stupid.
Yeah. But
go play my visual novel.
I did like the last episode I saw where it just followed her from sun up to sundown was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, that was quite cool.
Let's see, what do we got?
We found out that she's basically me on the bad days.
Yes. So we got Restaurant to Another World. Looked good to start out with, but there's really nothing going on.
Boring. It feels hard to watch.
Yes, it's just basically people from a fantasy world coming to a restaurant in our world and eating food.
Two things happen per episode. Yeah.
Yes. That's it. Basically, they come from another world, eat food that's not in their world, really like it, explain it in detail. The food looks good. They go back.
I did find the episode really funny where they're all arguing about what
that
goes
last
best
one,
in a sandwich.
What's best in a sandwich afterwards? What's served cold in the sandwich is best.
Yeah.
So we're still watching it. If you like food anime, watch it because the food looks really good in it. Otherwise, there's not much going on in it so far. Then you've got your Token Rambu. Basically, history piece of what was going down.
There's two
in
sides.
Japan.
There's cute boys with swords and like wispy ghost men.
Yeah.
And the ghost men are trying to make history not happen the way it should happen.
Yes, and then the sword boys are protecting history.
While looking really cool.
Yeah, really good. The outfits I'll have to, that's just straight set up for cosplay. Those outfits. Because
you haven't watched the latest episode, have you?
No, I think I'm an episode, maybe 2 episodes behind.
Yeah, because they kind of introduce all the other sword boys.
Oh.
And there is some damn cool outfit. I like them.
Don't spoil it for me. The best so far, it has to be when it introduces 13-year-old boy with short shorts, but yet he talks like James. He's talks like he's James Earl Jones or something.
Yeah. The short dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the little short shorts on, and he looks like a little cute. He looks like a tiny little cute boy.
He should be going
he uses a little dagger, but then he's got Luke, I am your father. What's going on?
I've come to slay you with my sword while looking extra fashionable.
Yes. So then,
who's your favorite sword boy?
My favorite sword boy.
So far,
I like the gun dude. I like him because he's swords are stupid.
He's like a pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's all these. They're basically people created from the souls of legendary swords.
They are literally the sword.
They're not like the soul of the sword. They're literally the sword.
So the sword they're holding is also them at the same time.
Yeah, the sword they're using is them.
Yeah.
Which is because I got the feeling, I guess, that the gun dude is Nobunaga's sword, because isn't that like a Nobunaga thing to use the sword?
Yeah.
Okay. And he likes ships, and I think Nobunaga was all into ships and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a show. Looks good, looks pretty. Sword fights are really good in it.
Well, they actually, interesting fact, they got there's a specific guy on the show who is choreographing all the sword fights.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is dope. Who's like a sword professional.
Yeah, but as I say, the animations look good, the art style's good, the character designs are amazing.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, just I feel this so far from what I've seen, the story's lacking a little bit. It's not grabbing me too much.
The story's a bit of a non-existent thing, but
yeah,
looks cool.
Looks good. Then you've got Cleanliness Boy Ayokuma, or what is it? What's his name?
Aoyama, yeah.
Yeah. Which, soccer show, not so much about the soccer, throwing in a little soccer that normally you don't get in football, as some would describe it. Football. Although I do, the animation and the character design and the opening is so clean. They look really
and the ending's
good.
really cool as well. That looks like an old school anime. It's really
cool. An old style, Astro Boy type feel in the song and everything to it, yeah. But basically, clean freak kid, germaphobe, plays soccer, but he can't be touched by anybody or get dirty or he freaks out.
Until the last really 5 minutes.
Unless it's in the last, is it 3 minutes or 5 minutes?
3.
Is it 5 minutes? Something like that.
When he really wants to win.
Yeah. But the funny thing is he can't be touched, but that's what makes him also really good at soccer in itself, is he just completely can dodge anything that tries to touch him. So he can just run right by everybody. Yeah. And he's just legit the best soccer player in youth Japan, but he's a freak. And he cleans everything all the time.
But they always put across these Japanese footballers they're amazing.
Yeah.
In these animes. And then you watch real life and it's just well, they get to the World Cup, but they're not that great. They've got a few good players, but
yeah.
But
I think the best. I like the girl. I like the girl that's overly obsessed with him and carries around the baseball bat. Carries around the baseball bat full of nails for anybody that messes with him.
Yeah,
she's pretty good. So it's good. It's a good little comedy, sports anime, a little bit of an interesting take on it. So it's worth a watch. Check it out.
Yeah.
We got Classroom of the Elite. basically all the best kids in Japan, or are they the best kids in Japan? I don't know, because some of them
they're
don't
just
seem
they're a really good school basically, and they're
yeah, but you have to get into the school.
yeah,
and like,
there's like
why is some of these Class D kids in this school? I don't understand. And is that a thing in Japan? Like when you have the different classes, you like class A, B, C, and D. It's like, are D like the dumb
I don't know,
kids, or is it just random?
I'm not sure how it's ranked, because in a lot of anime you get like 1A, 1B, 1C and stuff like that. Because but that can't be that, because wait a second, what's it like in K-On? Yeah, because Mio and what's her name, Yui's mate, are in like a different class. So I'm assuming that's because they're smarter.
Yeah.
I
guess that's how that works.
I don't know how it works.
Maybe I have to look it up. Maybe do some research. Probably something you should do before you do a podcast about shows is researching. But whatever.
Yeah.
So that's a show. It's got a lot of undertones. You got a main character that like he's hiding a bunch of secrets, it feels like. And then I
really like the main character.
Yeah, the main character in this show is pretty good. He's really smart, but he's hiding it.
Yeah, he like the way he's just so like, I don't really care. It feels like me sometimes. Yeah.
So I think it's worth a look. Give it the first couple episodes. If it doesn't hook you, drop it. But it's good. Let's see what we got next. I guess I could talk about, like I was going to say, Smartphone. I'm watching that. It's really bad. Basically the most OP character you could have in a show. He's this kid, goes to another world, has a smartphone. Basically has Google Maps on it, translates everything for him. He can warp to anywhere he wants in the world. This world has magic in it. He has every type of magic. So he's got fast travel. Yeah, he's got fast travel. He's got every type of magic that exists when most people only have one or two types of magic, because God accidentally killed him in our world and sent him to this other world. And is like, well, I'm going to make you like the best person ever, so you can just do whatever you want. Let's see, Knights and Magic. I don't want to spoil that for you. It's worth the watch.
We'll probably talk about it the next time we do one of these.
Yes,
because I'll probably have been up to date by then.
Most people complain about CG in anime, but the CG in this anime is good.
Yeah, I don't really have kind of in the background.
God dang. Okay. My son's yelling at me because they're ready to go. We're kind of running longer on this than I thought we would anyways.
Yeah, we're nearly done.
Let's just spit it out real quick. So that's a good one. I got Fastest Fingers First. It's a sports anime about Quiz Bowl, which is really good. Builds up suspension, builds up the character relationships, good so far. Describes the absolute territory in an episode, so that's always fun to look at.
Zettai Ryoki in Japanese.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah. But yeah, good spot.
Yeah. Elegant Yokai Apartment, not that great. Kind of boring. Probably don't watch it unless you got a lot of extra free time and nothing else to do. I'll probably keep up with it. Don't waste your time on it. I'm also watching Bahamut. Don't want to spoil that. But like I said earlier, just a beautiful show, beautiful animation, pretty decent story. Something worth taking a look at.
Yeah.
What else are we doing? My Hero, don't need to explain it. Recreators. Maybe we'll talk about Recreators a little more at the end, maybe when it's over. Because it's already like 17 episodes in. It's kind of hard to get through all what's going on. Probably talk about it more when it's
looking
over.
like it's going to end really high. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a big explosion, which I'm hoping that's why they're taking all these breaks, is just to really animate the shit out of the big fight that's about to happen.
Yeah.
Sakura Quest we already kind of talked about.
Yeah.
What else? You're watching Fate and Kakaguri.
I'm watching Fate. How much into Fate are you? Do you know a lot of it?
I know I watched all the Ufotable ones, and I've watched all the other ones.
So you've watched Zero and Blade Works?
Yeah, I've watched Zero and Blade Works.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, I'm not sure when it's set. I think it's like an alternate kind of timeline, because there's a few characters that you've seen before. But
does it have anything to do with the... What was that, like 45-minute short that they did recently?
No, that was Fate Grand Order, which is based on the mobile game. That's the mobile game. Fate Apocrypha is basically a light novel.
Oh, okay.
Set in the Fate universe, and it's meant to follow... It's a European setting, so that's a bit different. and there's the Grail War is between two teams instead of just like all like a free for all type thing.
Everybody having their own person.
Yeah,
there's like teams
exactly.
Of...
There's seven masters in each team and 7 servants in each team.
Okay.
So like one team is the red team and the other team's the black team.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've got like 2 sabers, 2 lancers, 2 assassins, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. You've got.
There's some really cool ones though. You've got Frankenstein.
Nice.
Who is a girl.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Frankenstein.
It's Frankenstein.
Frau Kenstein. She's really cool. And then you've got Astolfo, who you might have seen if you watch a lot of Twitter, who is basically a really cute-looking girl who's not a girl, he's actually a boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's anime.
Yep. And he's like, proper dude. But yeah.
So
all sorts of cool
I can't remember. It's A1?
A1, yeah. And people are like, A1 is crap. But there are some crap bits.
Yeah, but it's worth
the fight animation in the first part of the first episode, which I think you saw.
Yeah.
I think I showed you it.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's nuts. And I kind of know what's kind of going on from that first episode now. I've watched a little bit more of it.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's something you probably watch when it comes out.
Oh, yeah. When Netflix drops all of it,
when
I'll
Netflix
watch it.
just drops it in November.
Yeah, we'll just burn through it all in like 2 days.
Yeah. Kakiguri, it's good. It's not as good as anything else, really.
It's not as good as the opening.
I was hyping it up a lot, but like the opening is bloody awesome. And the first,
Yamato.
it's the first 2 episodes are really good, and then it kind of gets a bit boring. But I'm like 3 episodes behind on that, so
okay,
we'll catch up on that.
Yeah, next year.
Next year, yeah.
Thank you, Netflix.
I've certain other words for Netflix. Thank you isn't one of them.
Yeah, or
in fact, I'm tempted to just like cancel my subscription
just because it pisses you off.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, yeah. I think that's everything.
I think we pretty much just about talked about everything. There was a couple of 1 episode drops. If I can throw those at you real quick. Just if you're still listening, which most of you have probably dropped off because we're talking too long. But I can give you some of those. Was for sure 18 if. That was a 1 episode drop. Had a decent intro, but then was
it's like, oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. What else did our 1 episode drop? Dive, yeah, you did. I didn't see any of that one, but you just from what you said, I think you said
really bad 3.
Yeah, you said Aho Girl was a drop, right?
I hate it. I know some people are enjoying it, but I just hated it. It was just like slapstick humor that is generally sometimes funny, but it was just like she was just screaming for the whole episode, and I was just like,
yeah, Chronos
this
Ruler,
is just irritating. Chronos Ruler, Edgelord.
Yeah, super edgelord. Good opening. Probably just watch the opening of the first episode just to see the opening. It's pretty decent. Fox Spirit Matchmaker. As soon as I saw that it was, what is that stupid group called? Hailliners. If I see Hailliners pop up in the first of a show, that's about all I see of that show.
Yep.
Dropped it. Hina Logic. They were cute, but I watched.
I need to catch up on that.
Well, I watched the first season of that show where, like, when it was that, I can't remember what it was called.
I didn't even watch the first season.
I didn't. Yeah, it wasn't great. Luck and Logic. Yeah, I watched all of that. It wasn't that good. I think there was another one. What was that one with like
the Reflection?
The Reflection got dropped immediately. It was super bad. Sayuki Reload I dropped immediately. Golly, I wish the 3rd Ancient Mage's Bride would come out already. God dang it. Suri Duty Children, you dropped that one, didn't you?
It's something I'd probably watch because it's a short.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't terrible.
But those are both my list. You got anything you would add to that?
I think, yeah, we've mentioned it all.
Oh, hey, I'm watching Boruto. I didn't mention Boruto.
I'm not.
You're not, because you haven't even watched the...
I've literally watched 12 episodes of Naruto.
You don't even know what the tuning exams are. You don't even know where you were when Rock Lee...
Exams for the ninja children? I don't know.
You don't
something
know...
about Rock Lee, something
Gaara.
doing...
Where were
whatever.
you when Rock Lee and Gaara fought? You know? You don't
I've
even know.
I've seen loads of, like, gangster rap videos with, like... What's he called? Itachi having a fight with someone.
Yeah.
He looks like a cool dude.
He's Edgelord's older brother, but
that's probably why I like
him.
him.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that'll about do it for us for this episode. As always, you can find me at Anazzle on Twitter. And how about you, Ben?
I'm Hikikomori SP. I won't spell that because...
So we might do another one of these in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe around episodes 8 and 9. Although we're kind of starting late on this season, so we might just finish. I don't know. We'll see how time works. Maybe we'll just wait till the end of 12 episodes and go do wrap-ups on everything.
And we'll probably end up doing like the pre-next season kind of mini thing as well at some point.
Yeah.
Because I know we will watch it, but I'm not sure about everyone else.
Yes, exactly.
The fake otaku.
The fake otaku out there. They know who they are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for today. I'll catch you later, Ben.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.